Good morning, Greg Reitz Live, GregReitzLive.com. You can find us on Fresno Madera Homesearch.com or Fresno Madera Rights Team.com. Anyway, 559-260-1777. Go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Here's what we've got, guys. This will take about 7 minutes. I like to create value, and everybody's got a lot going on nowadays, so I'll be quick on my podcast today. We do this once a month at the beginning of each month for this month and for the mostly for the previous month, so we can get you real data, what happened in real estate and loans for May. That would be May. We're doing this the first week of June. So let me start. Grab your pencil, pen, whatever you're going to drink. I like coffee. Here we go. So I'm going to give you a few key points, 3 or 4 key points on real estate, and this will help you make a decision if it's the right time to list or buy, depending on what I tell you and what you need to know. It'll be the truth, though, so you can make a real educated decision. And then at the end, I'll give you interest rates, where they're at today, and what we see happening in the future this year. Okay, here we go. Market real estate update, Fresno, Clovis, Madera, California. Here's what we've got. We have 2,474 units for sale on the market. A normal, average, fair real estate market is 22 to 2,400. 22 to 2,400. We have 2,474. So we've entered a little bit into a buyer's market, a small amount into the buyer's market, where a buyer has a small advantage. So it's a good time for buyers to buy. Sellers still get to sell at a fair price, and everybody is happy. So that's for sale. Just a little bit of a buyer's market. Inventory, there's plenty to choose from now. That creates a buyer advantage. Sellers also win because they sell and they buy again, so they win on the buying side. Okay. We sold. Now, for sales are up. Okay. For sales are up 9.5%, 9.6% from April to May. So we had almost 10% more listings from month to month going on the market. And that created a little more inventory. That's good for buyers. We sold are slowed down 6.1%. Excuse me. Sold have slowed down 10.5%. So higher for sales listed, and about a 10.5% slowdown on what's selling. Okay. The under contract, though, in May is up 19%. They just haven't closed yet. So there's a lot more movement in the market for May, and there's plenty of transactions going into escrow. Not closed yet, but pended. So the market's moving pretty good for both sellers and buyers. Okay. Again, slight advantage to a buyer when there's extra inventory. Perfect. Let's go. Secondly, the price per square foot has dropped. Price per square foot, buyers, listen to this. Sellers, listen to this. The price per square foot was in April was 261. I'm talking about May right now, May, because we just finished it. April was $261 a square foot. May, what do you think it was, real estate audience? 256. So we went down about 2%, 1.9, call it 2% in price per square foot. So you're up 2%. Good job, buyers, sellers. So that's another key thing to look at, down about 2% on the market per square foot price to get them sold. Good time to buy. Okay, the next one is days on the market. Days on the market has actually dropped from April to May. In April, we had 47 days on the market to get an offer accepted, and it's 43 in May, 43. So the market's moving a little faster, 4 days on the market. 4 days less on the market from 47 in April to 43 in May. Another key dynamic. So things are moving in the right direction for speed of sales for buyers and sellers, especially the listings went down on time to sell. Active price, average active price is down 0.7%. It's a little over 0.5% down in active price. We talked about that on price per square foot. In average sold price, this is the key. Average sold price, what properties are actually selling for and closing at, is down 1.5% down on the price from what they're asking for and what they're getting on the close. So it went down 1.5%. So there's your negotiation power, buyers. Average sold price was 462,000 in May and was 469 in April, down 1.5%. Want to make sure you understand that. A little bit of a buyer's market, as you can see. Okay, days. We have months. I won't bother you with months of inventory. Plenty of inventory. So those are the key dynamics. Okay, I explained those a couple times each one, so I won't go back over it and bore you. It's slightly a buyer's market. We're getting some great opportunities for buyers, and our sellers are happy too because they're moving to another property. So there you go. Interest rates, they're running between 6% and 6.75% with our preferred lenders. Between 6 and 6.75% for our preferred lenders. Okay, what does that mean? So let's say a 6% with great credit would be a VA loan, give or take 6% or 20% down conventional, something like that. And then all the way up to 6.75%, depending on the buyer's credit, how much down, what type of loan. So just easy to say the lowest 6 and the highest 6.75% can get you into a deal. If we're doing an investment loan, 6.75% to 7, pretty normal right now. 20% down, up to 4 units. If you want a multifamily apartment building, it's 25 to 30% down, at least 25, and we're probably looking at 7.5, 7.75 on the interest rate for apartment buildings, more than 4 units, 5 plus. Good opportunities. We have low down, no money down to low down deals. We're getting buyers in, I kid you not, like if we're going into Madera, just across the river from River Park, Fresno, certain areas in the country, certain areas around Sanger, but a lot around Madera out in the country, Madera Ranchos, etc. Even Riverstone and Tesoro Vale, the new developments. USDA loan, zero money down at about 7%, 6.75% interest rate. Get the seller to pay the closing cost. Have the seller pay the closing cost. You get it for no money. It's a no-brainer. So waiting for deposit, waiting to get down payment, there's no sense for it. We get you in the right place, we'll get you in for nothing. Low down, zero down into properties. Give us a call. I got you covered on the home and the loan. Greg Reitz, Reitz Real Estate Team, 559-260-1777, 559-260-1777. Reitz Team, FresnoMadera.com. Talk to you soon. Be blessed.